I think Hey, good evening. Welcome back to the Prague Arena. It's the FIBA EuroBasket Women's 2017 final between Spain and France. Well, Spain, one of the dominant teams in international basketball. Number 2 Nike FIBA World Ranking champions back in 2013. They're going for another one. This is what's happened today. Italy winning against the Slovak Republic to clinch 7th. Turkey beating Latvia to finish 5th. We just saw Belgium roll to a big win over Greece in the 3rd place game, and now it's all about the title, and it's 2 great rivals, Spain and France, about ready to trade blows. Remember, France beat Spain back in 2015 in the semifinals of this competition, and that one was in Budapest. But of course, Spain did not have Sancho Little at that one. Will that make a huge difference? Well, you never know. I mean, we don't know how these teams are going to play from one game to the next. There's an air of unpredictability in not only this great rivalry, but also this competition that we're watching. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Shona Thorburn. And Shona, you know, these are 2 teams that are just at the top in Europe. I mean, you always know that one of them has got, and probably both of them, in fact, have a great shot of winning, getting a medal.
You know, I think coming into this tournament, we if you know anything about European basketball, you would have had these two teams in the final. When it comes down to it, yeah, you know, you like the Cinderellas and in the Russian, the Belgian team, but really the two best teams in Europe for a long time now has been France and Spain. So especially with, you know, seeing Serbia get knocked out early, seeing Russia get knocked out early, it kind of opened the field for these two teams to get there, in my opinion. And this is what we have. I mean, these two teams know each other so well on a you know, national team level, but also Euro Cup, Euro League. I mean, if you had statisticians who could count how many times Laia Palau has played against Celine Numeric, it's going to be probably more than any other person. These two what will go down as legendary point guards for their country. So, can you get a more exciting game?
Well, this is the last game for both. It's incredible. Laia Palau, I mean, can you imagine watching these two teams without these two players? Laia Palau, you know, has just been at all of these competitions for so many years. She announced beforehand that this was her last hurrah with Spain, even though Spain are hosting the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup next year. You can't go forever. And Celine Numeric, likewise, has decided this is it. And now, one of them's going to finish as the European champion, and the other one's going to be runner-up. And it's exciting prospects. But I think what you'll all know by now is that these teams are loaded with quality players.
They are, and you know, we're talking about Laia Palau and Celine Numeric calling it a day for their national team commitments. But, you know, Gael Sgrella, this is the last game she'll ever play. She, you know, Laia Palau is going to Australia. Celine Numeric still has her contract in France. Gael Sgrella is retiring. Sancho Little has questioned her moving on after this. So lots of people retiring after this game.
Okay, we're going to pause for the playing of the national anthems, starting with France. Well, that'll be the last time Numeric stands for the national anthem. You can see that she was breathing in the experience. Now the Spanish national anthem. And likewise, the last time Laia Palau will stand there with her national team in front of the national anthem. Again, we can't stress how much they've meant to international basketball. And I guess really just say thank you, because they've been very special. So,
ladies and gentlemen, they
played at World Championships, World Cups, Olympic Games, European Championships. You've seen the players. We're going to catch a glimpse of the three referees who have been judged to be the best at this EuroBasket women. They will be officiating this game. And they come from Poland, Turkey, as well as Italy. And you're familiar with all of them, and a look of satisfaction, shall I say.
Well, I know.
to get that recognition.
No, really, you forget that. This is a very big deal for them as well. It means that they have ref well in this event, and that's why they have the opportunity to ref a gold medal game.
So we're going to look at the rosters. Gosh, where do you start? Akupa, I think she's going to be very important in this game in the backcourt. Siak on that front line for France. Dumerc is this when she's going to have a huge breakout. Johannes, she'll be coming off the bench. Indy Miem, of course, has also been in this team for a long time. Siak, Dumerc, Skrela, and Tetuan, who is back after having to miss the Olympics because of injury. And I wish the rosters actually could stay a bit longer, because I could talk about all those players. I mean, they're all good. And likewise for Spain, Laura Nicholls, perhaps underrated, her importance, as well as Silvia Dominguez. Alba Torrens, quite clearly an MVP candidate. Jargai as well has been playing very well in the knockout. Sancho Little's back, the EuroBasket 2013 MVP. Nicholls, Torrens, Palau, Jargai, and Little all in that starting lineup. Anna Cruz maybe hasn't really been as influential as we would have expected, certainly me. You've got Laura Gil also coming off the bench for Spain and playing big minutes. Sarah Michel for France. We didn't mention her. I think she's going to play an important role in this game. And again, Marine Johannes, number 17. Keep an eye on her. And what about the 18-year-old, the center, Alexia Charpentier? So here, I mean, it had to be this one, didn't it? Laya Palau, Celine Dumerc.
You know, I mean, it's a storyline. They're two great point guards going up against each other for the last time. What more can you say? These two women have done so much for their country. They have sacrificed year in and year out to wear, you know, the country's colors. And it's going to be an emotional day, win or lose. And you almost want both of them to have the gold medal around their necks.
Well, Valerie Garnier would quite clearly like to have Dumerc around longer, just as Lucas Mondello would like to have Laya Palau. I mean, they picked themselves. Lucas Mondello, he's been as loose as a goose. I mean, he was singing Julio Iglesias songs in the press conference after Spain's win over Belgium. And, you know, he's one of your former coaches. He used to play in Spain, Olesa, and he's a player's coach. And that's a major strength for him in his successful run with this team.
Yeah, you know, he is. And I think anyone that plays for him will tell you, they enjoy playing for him. They enjoy being around him. And he trusts his players. He gives them freedom. And that's very evident in the way this Spanish team plays. You know, Valerie Garnier, maybe she's a little bit more closed off, let's say. You know, but she gets the same kind of result, clearly, because they're both in the gold medal game, but they go about it differently. You know, I think there's a little bit more structure involved with Valerie Garnier and how she coaches compared to Lucas Mondello, for example.
Good evening, welcome to Prague. It's the start of the EuroBasket Women 2017 final. And it's Spain and France, two traditional heavyweights, rivals, all the players, I would suggest, know each other well. Many of them are probably good friends, but when it comes to this game, they are enemies, and they're going to give everything. And it's going to be Nicholls, and she is tied up already by Elena Siak. Both of those players at the Olympics, both of these teams at the Olympics. Both of these teams made it to the semifinals of the Rio de Janeiro Games. Spain ended up with the silver medal, losing to the USA in the final. And France, they also played the USA in the semifinal, but then they lost to Serbia in the bronze medal game. Of course, France got the silver medal in 2012, and Spain did not make it. Now Siak catches it down low early and puts it up on the rim, and it just stays off. But this will be an enormous challenge for Sancho Little, I feel. because there's more where that came from with Siak. They've got others coming off the bench. So Torrens misses with her first chance. And now Tetuan is probing the defense. She's going to put up a long jumper, and she's going to nail it.
I mean, that's a good sign. And you actually, right off the bat, those who have been following Spain in this tournament, you can tell they're not really pressuring this French team maybe as hard and as strong as they did their other opponents. And that's because they respect them and they respect how potent they are on offense.
Palau misses. Nicholls sneaks in there for the rebound. Now Torrens puts up a three, and Spain take the lead. Indy Mian, her back against Nicholls, and nice soft touch from her. She's led this team in scoring, in fact.
Yeah, she has. She's, been important for them when they've needed baskets. I mean, if you watch the
quick handoff to Torrens. He hands it to Sancho Little.
Speaking of Mian's importance, we thought she didn't have a great first half. And then she really stepped it up in the second half of that Greece game to sort of pull away, to be honest, to get to this gold medal game.
And Tetuan drives in and draws the foul from Alba Torrens. And she has started very positively. Tetuan.
And France needs that. They need Tetuan to, one, have confidence in her shot, because I can see Spain going under on screens, but then she also does have a height advantage and a little bit of a strength advantage, let's say, against Torrens, who's guarding her. So if you can get Torrens into foul trouble, you'll be feeling good about yourselves if you're France.
And Tetuan again makes the free throws. So already the lead going back and forth here in this heavyweight clash. Torrens gets inside and pops out. He looks into the lane, hands it off to Sancho Little. Palau pulls up for the short one, follows up her shot. Jargai, and she draws iron, and Siak with the rebound. Merrick pulls up for the jumper, go! Confident start from Celine Dumeric. The French fans would love for their team to win this rematch of the title game from 2013. Sancho Little goes in and scores. And of course, the 2013 title game was in France. So it was particularly a bitter pill to swallow for the French team.
And a lot of these two teams were there in 2013. I mean, these players, were there. So they remember that game.
Including Tetuan. Now Palau pushes it quickly, then brings it back out. And really, I don't think there's a drop-off when these teams take their starters out, in all honesty. Here's Torrens. Oh, she finds her way and puts it up off the glass. She will go to the line for a three-point play.
Fouled by player number 8.
The length of Torrens is a major factor, isn't it? I mean, she is a ball-handling. She's got the size to get in and then compete with the likes of Siak, although she kind of went under there.
Exactly, but she still had the length to score sort of under and over Siak, who has like a height advantage against her. You see Spain picking up full court here, and this is something that they can do, because they do have so many players on the bench that, if they're tired, they can take them out, and like you said, it doesn't drop off.
Dumeric puts up a three and off the front of the iron, and the ball bounced out to Skrela. Now Siak goes to work against Sancho Little. Not many players can do that, and she does it, and she makes it look easy.
I mean, these two players have played against each other a lot. Siak plays in Dynamo Kursk in Moscow, and Sancho in Ekaterinburg, So Not just here, they played against each other everywhere.
Nicholls replies. And boy, lead change after lead change. Skrela quickly puts up a tough shot. Went up to the top of the backboard. And now Torrance gets bumped by Skrela, who was hustling back. Of course, when I see a play like that, that's probably a good time to remind everybody that her dad is a rugby coach. I think her brother's a player, right?
Her brother, you know, her dad has coached the national team before. Her brother has played in the top levels in France and for France's national team. So she comes from a rugby family. So I'm pretty sure growing up, she knew how to take and give those kind of hits with her brothers.
I'm pretty sure her father was applauding that.
That's my girl. I taught her that move.
Torrance behind her back. Shot clock winding down. She has to put it up. I think she does. She's probably the MVP candidate, #1 candidate coming into the game.
She is, and she came to play today. Clearly, already scoring 7 points.
Reach in and knock it away. She wants to make the most of this last appearance. She and Dumer were teammates, weren't they, at Bourges?
Yeah, back in the day. During their younger days, let's say that.
About 10 years ago, 9 years ago. Dumer. And Nicholls. And Spain trying to build a lead. And Apupa, as well as Marielle Amont, are going to come into the game. And Laia Palau comes in. Jargai open, online. Nope, not quite. Just to the left side of the rim. And Jargai reaches in, and she commits the foul.
I mean, that's a good foul. I think Cha Chong was about to make a move, and she was probably going to score, so I agree with that foul by Jargai there. You know, she wanted to slow it down, not get Cha Chong that easy 2 points. And they have fouls to give, so keep that in mind.
So Garnier is the first to go to the bench to start bringing in some fresh bodies. And this has been a major talking point, not only here, but back home in France, about how deep to her bench she has gone and whether or not that's a strength or a weakness to France.
I think someone mentioned to us that in the semifinal win for France against Greece, all 12 players scored, and that's the first time it's ever happened at a EuroBasket.
Jargai from the baseline. And Garnier's seen enough. She's going to call a timeout as Spain get on their first little run here. So, yeah, I mean, a weakness in terms of some people think that you need to have a rotation rather than, you know, what if somebody's playing well? You're just going to take them out for the sake of it? I don't see it like that personally. I think it's better to go deep, but I would say probably sentiment is the opposite. Spain shooting 58% so far, 7 of 12, France 4 of 9.
I mean, you know, that's not bad. And especially these two teams they're both, Spain is very offensive minded, but they're still very strong on defense. I would say France's strength is a little bit more defensive minded as far as these two teams contrast. So, you know, for both of them to start out, you know, Spain shooting 58% and France shooting 44%. So far, it's been a fun offensive game. Let's put it that way.
Well, France started this competition edging Slovenia 70-68. They then beat Serbia by 16. They beat Greece by 7. They thumped the Slovak Republic and in their meeting 67-40, and then they overcame Greece 77-55. So the winner of the Slovaks was in the quarterfinals. So they are unbeaten. Spain, on the other hand, lost the game. They lost to the Czech Republic. Czech Republic 0-2. And they came out as the host nation and played with a lot of fire. Now, Anna Cruz also is now in the game, as well as Silvia Dominguez. Marine Johannes has come in as well for France. She comes in for Skrela. And it was really the young players like Johannes and Epupa and Sarah Michel who came in and really turned the tide for France against Greece in the semifinals.
Yeah, it was, you know, and when they started to get that lead in the fourth quarter, it was those guys. You saw, well, Chechong hit that three, but then Joanna's caught fire. Ipopa hit a three.
Well, Indy Man can't afford to drop the ball outside and try to put it up. She had the shot blocked. And right now, Spain looking confident. I think France's defense and size are not going to allow Spain to blow this thing open, though. Look at Ipopa guarding Sylvia Dominguez. Sylvia Dominguez turns, puts it over the rim. And the ball goes back over.
Yeah, I mean, 5 points. It's only a 2-possession game. There's nothing really that France should be worrying about just yet, in my opinion, just because they are so strong defensively. And keep in mind, you know, France is missing, I would say, 2 of the strongest front court duo from the Olympic team last year in Sandrine Gruda.
Nice turn from Mia.
Great turn. Sandrine Gruda and Isabel Yakubu, they're not here this year. So
well, Yakubu is retired from international basketball, and Gruda didn't want to play, which is understandable.
I mean, she is getting married, so there's, you know, everyone's allowed some time off.
Laura Gil in the game for Spain, and Cruz, three-pointer, Ana Cruz. And Spain looking just as confident really offensively as they have ever since they got to Prague. Johannes on line, and it's good.
Oh, I didn't know what was going on. Muriel Mont is tying her shoe.
Okay, so Mente comes into the game, and Johannes goes over to Garnier to get some advice as she looked at the replay of Cruz hitting that jump shot.
I think that's a good sign for Spain if I'm then, you know, Ana Cruz hitting her first three, because she has been slow getting started in this tournament. She's someone who could easily have 20 points tonight.
So Cruz, she misses, and Sarah Michelle there for the rebound. And Johannes pushes it quickly, and she falls out of bounds. So she got into a place where she couldn't turn.
And, you know, you talk about not getting too close to the sideline, and that's just good defense and strong defense from Marta Chargay, who, for this Spanish team, is known for her defense.
Orange comes back in. Nicholls back in, and Little takes a seat for the first time. It's all about fresh legs. And look at that. Torrance almost just... You talked about Sarah Michelle's arms. They're deceptively long.
They are incredibly long. You know, I call her Go-Go Gadget Sarah Michelle. And trust me, she can get her hands and fingers on a lot of balls. So you have to take care when she's guarding you or around the play.
Dominguez bumped by Mente, who's making her EuroBasket debut, EuroBasket women debut. Well, when I say debut, she's playing in her first ever EuroBasket tournament. So Ana Cruz over to Nicholls.
And if I'm France, I don't mind that shot. You know, if Nicholls wants to shoot shots, I would say a step inside the three-point line, you're going to give her that.
Ipopa drives. Oh, she makes the shot and will go to the free throw line.
Ball by player number 6, Sylvia Dominguez. First personal foul and 10. Shots for France.
And quite clearly, Dominguez was hustling back on defense, but she kind of nudged her, and Ipopa completes the three-point play. So we now have a tie game. Just when you thought Spain might start to do a little something here, it's those youngsters that we talk about that have come in and made the difference. Johannes Epupa, Sara Michel.
Yeah, you know, you call that bench scoring.
Torrens, though, has the answer.
She has come to play. She's proving why she is an MVP candidate. She has 10 points already. She's going to have a 40-point night if you let her keep doing this.
Mente. And a reach by Dominguez. The ball goes off of Mente, the referee says, and out of bounds. So the final 25 seconds, you know, no offense to Greece and to Belgium, but this game is being played at a much higher level.
Yeah, higher level, higher intensity.
Yeah. And now France forced the turnover.
And you know, you want to get one last good shot here.
Sara Michel, it's going to be Mente. She's going to turn. She's going to put it up, but she's going to put it up too hard. I think they got it, no offense to Mente, but to the wrong player in that situation.
Yeah, you know, if I'm Joanna's, and this will come with experience, take that shot. Everyone on, those four other people around you wanted you to take that shot. So, you know, 21-18, look at that, 50% for both sides. I mean, this is going to be a game.
Yeah, surely they can't keep this up. This is the Prague Arena, and it's the final between France and Spain. Of course, the Czech Republic were hoping their team might be in this spot. They were the European champions back in 2005 when the tournament was played in Turkey. And but the Czechs didn't get it into gear in time. They didn't even get to the quarterfinal qualifiers. They went out in the group stage. And that just kind of happens sometimes. But these two teams have made it all the way to the title game, and that's already turning into a memorable one. Both teams lofty rankings in the Nike FIBA World Rankings. We've got Spain at number 2 and France at number 3 behind the USA. And you're pointing at number 6, Canada, because you helped them get that ranking. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That was good. I mean, you guys were.
Look at that, climbers.
You were down. Yeah, you were climbing. You went up 3 after the Olympics.
After the last cycle, they go by. Yeah, there's a 4-year cycle. So. And rankings are based on also how your younger teams do. So, you know, keep that in mind. It's not just senior level. They rank on everything.
Well, you've got Spain trying to reassert themselves. It's kind of Cruz has been a little bit more assertive tonight, which is good news.
Yeah, I would say she's come out with a little bit more aggressivity. You know, she's looking more for her shot early in this game, where they need her to do that. Oh, but then you have this player.
Boy, Torrens was determined to get in and put pressure on that D, and ends up with Anna Cruz for the three-pointer.
And that play was Loud and Nicholls knowing where Cruz was and tipping it out. And again, I don't think she's going to be credited for that, but that should be an offensive
assist or
offensive rebound and then an assist, because she did that on purpose.
And Mente, perhaps her lack of experience at this level is going to get her out of the game pretty quickly here, but look at this.
Yeah, we see the tip and the shot. I'm telling you, statisticians, offensive rebound and assist. Oh.
They find Cruz inside. She passes out to Torrens, wide open, another 3 attempt. And now Epupa has a chance to run. And she gets it up to Mente. Oh, what a pass from Mente! Back to Johannes! Spectacular play by France.
That was exciting.
I was just saying Minte wasn't ready. She just shut me up. Garnier says, go sit down. Minte's staying in there.
She goes, I wasn't ready to score, but I was ready to make an exciting play. And that's just a good job by Johannes following the play as well. You know, instead of just assuming that Minte was going to have the layup. Here we go. Take a look at this. I mean, it was so fast, the cameras didn't even have time to catch up to it.
So Cruz comes out as well. Charteroux comes in for France, the young 18-year-old. And she wears number 18. So that's makes it easy to remember age. Of course, Tetron wears number 93. Right, so Siak is back in. And Charteroux, this is an interesting test now for Charteroux to show us what she's got. And trust me, folks, she's good.
She's got a lot. She's got a lot of tricks, especially for her age.
Jarguy inside.
You know, that's a tough foul. I'm not sure if it was a foul, but they forced Spain into a tough shot, and I think you're bailing her out there by fouling her with 2.3 seconds left on the shot clock.
I correct myself, fouled by number 18. Alexia Charteroux, first personal foul.
Johannes comes out, and coming back in is Strela. Well, Minte and Johannes especially have gone back over to the bench. They look pretty tired, but they're both, especially Johannes offensively, she's really been contributing. So we'll see if France can pick up the slack while she's out. This remains in the game. We haven't seen Ayayi yet. Tetron loses it. It's Jarguy. Quickly to Palau. Jarguy sets her feet, and Epupa brings it down. Epupa just goes right into the lane, misses, and now Palau has it.
And aren't you just seeing these two teams play at a different level than we did yesterday? I mean, they have honestly picked up the intensity and the level of play.
Like
even
said,
from yesterday. It's amazing.
Well, you said they had a higher gear, and they're showing it. Sancho Little from the corner. And France decide to call another timeout.
I mean, it's going to become a difficult night if Sancho Little is hitting long twos like that. So you see Johannes with 5 points, Chachong with 4, Miem with 4, and Epupa with 3. But it's more their defense right now that they need to figure out. You know, Spain has 28 points with just under 8 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Torrens has 10, Cruz has 6, Little has 6. Who do you stop? Because all of them are playing so well and shooting so well. You know, Torrens is 4 for 7. Little is 3 for 3. Cruz is 2 for 3. So, I mean, do you wait for them to cool off? Do you think that's going to happen? You got to make them cool off, right?
Yep, you got to get the hand in the face. You got to rotate. You know, France can get some stops and get back, and they're right there. But definitely right now you sense is an opportunity for Spain. And they're back in there. Garnier needs her to lead the French back. And Sancho Little goes up, comes up with the steal. Great atmosphere in the Prague Arena. Palau has it taken away.
See, this is my question. She didn't go for the ball. There was no way she went for the ball there.
Yeah.
She was upset that she got stripped. She thinks she got fouled.
Watch this.
Let's take a look. That's a pretty good strip. And then look at this.
Yeah.
So how
How is that
yes,
not an unsportsmanlike
that's all I'm
foul?
saying. If you're gonna call unsportsmanlike fouls, you have to make it consistent no matter where it happens on the court and at what period and time of the game. So this is something I think, especially after this tournament and maybe the controversy that we saw with Italy, the refs are going to review and talk about.
Dumeric, front and back of the rim stays out, and Setwan gets the rebound, tries to go straight back up, but Sancho Little takes it away, and then Siak nips in there and ties up Sancho Little. Yeah, the point that you're making is yesterday what happened in a vitally important game as you look at the great block from Sancho Little and then the heads-up play by Siak to tie her up. The great Italy led by one, and then they had a foul to give, so they decided to foul, and Zangolicini was called for an unsportsmanlike foul on Latvia. Latvia made both free throws, and they ended up being the game-winning free throws.
And let's remember, there was time. Latvia might have hit a shot and still won the game. So
exactly.
It wasn't, no time left on the clock. Let's not forget that.
Even Italy had a chance to win it with a late shot of their own.
Yeah, they did. So this is all I'm saying, and I know as an athlete it's frustrating. And there's inadvertent fouls that happen where maybe Palau might have run into her accidentally because she was tripped or pushed. Fine, but she clearly meant to foul Celine Dumeric there. So this is just what I'm saying, especially as a basketball player. It's frustrating when it happens sometimes, doesn't happen other times. Like, there is no consistency, that's all.
Well, right now it's France trying to cut into this 8-point deficit. And Indy Mian called for the double dribble, and good defense with just under 6 minutes to go. And right now the French D clearly has to be strong.
It does. They have to dig down right now, and we've seen how well and how fast and how quickly Spain can put points on the board. So, if I'm, you have your starting five out there, you're saying, hey guys, we need to get some stops and we need to get some scores, and we need to stop turning the ball over. We have 6 turnovers. They had 24 the other night.
Guy turns in the lane, scores, and the lead now 10 points for Spain, and the French fans quiet. They probably need it a little bit louder. Tetuan turns and misses, and Sancho Little gets the rebound. And now Little quickly up to Torrens, and she's going to attack. And a trailing Nicholls gives her. She knew that somebody was behind her. And right now Spain are turning it on. And Valerian Ayayi is going to come in for France.
You cannot let Alba Torrens catch the ball at half with momentum.
Dumeric hits a much-needed 3 and tells the fans to get up. They need the 6th man.
But this right here, you can't let them headman the ball and let Torrens go one-on-one early in the shot clock, because she will create something. She didn't score that last time, but she hit a trailing Nicholls.
Oh, this time Sancho Little missed, but she gets it back, gets it to Torrens. That's off. And they're going to call foul on Strela.
Second person on the ball for player number 12, Mel Snell. Substitution of France. Valerian Ayayi returns to the game.
So right now France teetering a little up. They get the steal. Ayayi Bounce pass. Oh, what a
Beautiful
play from
pass.
Ayayi right off the bench to Chichuan.
I mean, that was right on the money, kind of through defense as well.
Interesting, Ayayi, I mean, she was tall. Look at that. But then a push. And
You don't want to see this if she get hit in the nose.
This time, foul by player number 9, Celine Dumerc.
See, this is what you can't let Torrens do if you're France. I mean, great job by Torrens being aggressive and, you know, there's Ayayi's beautiful pass in transition, but it's something you really need to think about if you're France. You don't want Torrens catching the ball with speed in the early shot clock. Let's put it that way.
Draw guy, long jump shot. And it went off of Siak's hands and then Dumerc's hands. But they couldn't control it.
And I have a feeling Coach Mondella is going to want to talk about that offense because that, you know, if I'm France, I'm happy with Spain shooting a sort of a contested jump shot without much created before it. You know, they didn't really run a play there, so they're so much more talented than just letting one person shoot a contested shot. So you see Torrens with 10 rebounds, Nicholls with 4 rebounds already, Torrens with 2 steals. You know, I talked about France's turnovers already. They have 6 turnovers in this game. There's still 3 minutes and 43 seconds. They got to be careful. Chachong with 6 points, Ipopa with 3.
3 rebounds for Ipopa.
Sorry, yeah, rebounds.
And I mean, from a scoring standpoint, 6 for Little, 6 for Anna Cruz, 10 for Torrens, and 4 for Laura Nicholls. I mean, for France, really, you've got 5 from Celine Dumerc, 5 from Johannes, 6 from Chichuan. So back to live action. And Lai-Palau turns, but she traveled.
Traveling, goal for France.
So back to Ayayi now. And now Chichuan. And jump shot is good. And if France can just put together a little bit of a run, everything's going to be okay.
If Celine can become super Celine,
yeah,
they'll be in a good position. Let's put it that way at the end of 40 minutes.
Sancho Little, though, catches it on the low block. She's going to be tough to stop.
She is. You know, we've already seen her hit a shot just inside the three-point line, and she's unstoppable if she gets the ball that close to the hoop.
Nevertheless, better from France on this end. Dumerc has it. Ayayi for 3. And, Sancho Little, I thought the ball went off of her, but the ruling is that it went off of Siak.
And, you know, we have the advantage because we get to, you saw Celine coming off the screen. And that's just a good job in knowing that her defense got to hog up a little bit and she was going to be open. I was going to say the advantage is we get to see a replay, but we weren't able to see it that time.
Cruz on the baseline. And Nicholls, no, they're going to call the foul on Siak. So twice in a row, Siak comes off worse. Once against Sancho Little, and against Laura Nicholls.
2 free throws for Spain.
Marielle Mons
Substitution France, back to the game goes
trying to solidify her place in that national team now. was kind of in and out.
Yeah, she was one of the last cuts for that 2012 team. You know, they went with the Lodi Godin experience. You know, she was Young Player of the Year back with France quite a few years ago now. And but since then, she's been a staple for them. Sorry, since 2013.
Spain is playing 8 points, 35.
So that's good shooting, and it's back to an 8-point lead now for Spain. Johannes. Cruz is on her, and Dumeric drives in. You know, there's a trip to the line. She was wanting a 3-point play, but at least she's gotten to the free-throw line. That picks up her second.
And you know, I like the way that Dumeric's playing right now. She's sort of putting this team on her shoulders and saying, you know what, this is my last game in blue. I'm going to give it everything I have.
Yeah, because we haven't really seen her feel the need to do that in this EuroBasket. And she's on target with that first one.
But, you know, even statistically, maybe she hasn't had one of the tournaments that we've seen her have before. She's still so valuable in so many other areas to this team that they really do rely on her.
Substitution for Spain. With number 6 in the game goes Julia Rodriguez.
So the 1-2 from Dumeric makes it 35-28. Spain want to keep turning the screw if they can. They want to keep the pressure on. And then it goes to Little. Outside. Now Nicholls flashes in the paint. She turns short. Now quickly, Dumeric pushes it up. Dominguez right on her. Dumeric goes behind the back. No look pass. Miem from the corner. Ooh, thought that maybe was off of Amont. This one's even out over the course of the game.
And so this is, you know, I think...
Trip, ball.
Yeah.
Nicholls.
This is just Celine being aggressive.
Well, sticking her knee out there anyway.
Yeah, she did. I mean, you know, she got caught.
Spain with number 24. Back to the game.
Look at Light Palau. She, just like Dumeric wants to win, so does she. So Laura Nicholls goes out, and Laura Gill comes back in. Spain has a pretty deep rotation as well. Don't think that it's only France. Into Amont, and Amont puts it up off the glass.
And that was all created because of Madine Johannes. She kind of looked off, I think it was Andy Miem who set that screen for her, and the defense got worried and followed her eyes, and you had a wide open Amont.
Proof over to Dominguez, and Johannes rejects her, and then Andy Miem was able to bat the ball over to Ayayi, but she couldn't control it. So Torrens has it. And now Dominguez goes in, and again, how did she make that?
I mean, that's a little bit of luck. It's the basketball gods on your side there. Do you feel the intensity in this game? Like,
yeah.
these women, it's like their eyes. Every ball is incredibly meaningful. I mean, look at that block. Great timing by Johannes. I don't think it was a foul.
No, not at all. It's exactly as we expected. And Johannes. You'd almost maybe want them to keep trying to attack the basket, but here Spain is with the perhaps last shot of the half. Sancho Little, jump shot, good! That is what you call an end of the first half dagger for Spain. They go to halftime with a 39-30 lead over Le Bleu.
France 30. Dámy a pánové, máme za sebou první poločas finále, skóre je Španělsko, Francie 30-39. A na to
You know, I want to say both teams cooled off, but Spain only went down 2%. So France cooled off a little bit in that second quarter. 20-16, nothing's too alarming. Good job sharing the ball, 11 to 8 assists, 7 turnovers. I mean, Spain has shot the ball a little bit better, and that's why they're up 9 going into half, right? It's intense. Every ball counts. They're playing hard, and that's what you expect in a gold medal final at EuroBasket.
Absolutely. It's just what we expected. And Spain right now getting the better of it. They're on top 39 to 30 at halftime.
Next team leaders generation.
间，燕京人江白皮。
Denní, přehledné a aktuální informace z vašeho kraje, okresu i nejbližšího okolí. Luštění a křížovky pro celou rodinu. Rozšířená sportovní rubrika i pravidelné přílohy TV magazín, deník plný bydlení a magazín ženy. Objednejte si za 14 dní zdarma na 272 015 015. Mnohaletý technologický vývoj. Investice do moderních ekologických technologií. Jednou z nejdelších distribučních soustav vytápíme 60 000 domácností. Díky vaší spolupráci a důvěře můžeme vyrábět opravdu čistou, levnou a spolehlivou energii. Elektrárny Opatovice. Jsme tepelné srdce východních Čech. I soutěžní jezdci už to vědí. Přichází vůz, jaký tu ještě nebyl. Atraktivní, sebejistý, bezpečný, prostorný, luxusně vybavený. Prostě nejlepší český litvek všech dob. A teď ujedu všem. Nový Hyundai i30. Hyundai. Matuny a pomerančové mambo. Tam máš dále. Vaše hvězdy chutí novém. Ochucená matuny s ovocnou šťávou.
Každý všední den v 9 hodin ráno vám přinášíme výjimečné hosty, zajímavá témata s osobnostmi, které mají co říct. Host je výborné, o pondělí do pátek od 9 hodin živě na Radio. Univerzita Hradec Králové fandí basketbalu.
39-30, Spain on top of France, and we're in the final of the EuroBasket women. Great atmosphere in the Prague Arena. Great atmosphere. Great performance by Spain, who effectively, I'm convinced, were playing at about, I'd say, second gear, third gear when they were in Radec Kralova in the group phase. And ever since they got here to Prague, they've been going a lot faster. They moved to the third gear, then they shifted into the fourth gear, fifth gear, and right now they're getting close to getting into overdrive. And if you're France, maybe the only thing you can do is you just got to lock in, don't you? Defensively, you got to rebound, and you got to try to get some easy points. They're not out of this by a long stretch, but right now you have to say the game is going Spain's way.
Yeah, you do, and I wouldn't be too concerned if I'm France, because you know traditionally you've played very good defense and you know how to buckle down and make big stops when you need to. So, you know, my only concern is can France keep up with Spain's scoring ability? And we're going to find out in this next 20 minutes, because that's where Spain is so powerful. They can just score, and they can score from every position. You know, Torrens came out on fire. She slowed down a little bit in that second quarter, but then, you know, as soon as she started to slow down, Sancho Little decided to step up. You had Cruz come in and make fast impact offensively in her first substitution. So they really are just so talented everywhere, and you can't, you know, worry about too much of one person, because they're going to make the extra pass and it's going to lead to a basket by another Spanish player who is just as talented. So, you know, France are very good on defense, and that's where it's going to have to start. And maybe if they can buckle down, get a couple fast defensive stops that lead to fast break baskets for them, we'll see a little bit of a momentum change.
Would be great to hear from some of the guys from USA basketball, for example. I'm sure they're watching this, and I wonder what they think about these two teams. I mean, USA right now quite clearly above the rest. I'm just curious. The question is always there, isn't it? Are they closing the gap? Are they closing the gap? And I do think that Spain have certainly improved over the years, and I think it helps when they play against the Americans. And I think France are now on the verge of having something really special with their young group of players. And certainly at this EuroBasket women, we're seeing right now the most intense game that we've seen.
And maybe one of the most exciting, you know.
Well, no doubt about it. And the second half's underway. Torrens passes to Little, and Indy Min was there to intercept it. A Pupa. An offensive foul called on Siak.
You know,
boy, she has just not had any breaks at all since she's been on the court.
I don't think that's an offensive foul. You can see here, Nicholls is the one who initiated contact while Nicholls was moving. Unfortunately, the ref didn't see that. He only saw the second hit, so I think that's a bad call, because Nicholls initiated that bump.
Well, I think it's a tough call, certainly. Well, you know, France had some experience. They have Liz Siak.
That was a foul. I mean, she was late. You know, Siak thinks she was standing straight up, but she was sliding into stop Dominguez's penetration, in my opinion.
Cruz is going to inbound it. It's got to happen at this end for France. And well, we got some quick hands, but Torrens was nevertheless able to get the ball up. Now Pupa inside, it goes to Tatuang, and boy, she had such a great start, but then kind of disappeared, and I don't know what, you know, maybe she needs to pick it up a bit. Torrens hits from right
She's
around the free throw line
talented.
distance.
You know, we talked about a Xanda Licini possibly being like a Torrens.
Well, Sylvia Dominguez goes up, and the lead is starting to grow, and it's danger time for France. They don't get a basket here. I think you could look for Garnier to get a timeout. And they have turned it over once again.
2 possessions in a row. You know, you cannot turn the ball over against Spain, and you can't turn the ball over consecutive trips down the floor.
Well, Torrens tried to get to Little a couple times, and it's not been that easy. So from that standpoint, good for France. And Sarah Michelle attacks the basket, but just not nearly as effective as Spain are when they're getting in there. And Pupa slowed up that break. But they really need to get something going quick, or this thing could end quick for France. Little turns, nothing but net, but it was the outside of the net. But look at the extra hustle from Nicholls. Doesn't matter, end of the shot clock.
24 seconds violation, ball for France.
And once again, Little this time for Spain, reaches in and takes it away. Look at her push it quickly. And it's going to be Torrens for 3, but it was short. Sarah Michelle, she was fouled. You know, Sancho Little talks about maybe this might be it for her. I find it hard to believe that's going to be the case, and she's not going to play next year with the World Cup in Spain.
You know, I had the opportunity to talk to her earlier in this tournament, and I said the same thing. I said, you know, you're going to be playing in Spain next year at the FIBA World Cup, and she said, no, you know, I think this is it. So, you know, she hasn't announced it, so I think if she hasn't announced it, it means she's still wavering on the decision.
Good as Dominguez. I mean, you know, Laia Palau's moving on, and her leadership will be missed, but there is a lot more where that came from when it comes to Spain's guards. And one of them is on the court right now. She's got the ball, and offensive foul.
Fouled by Sylvia Dominguez, third personal foul.
And Dominguez was called for that.
Substitution Spain.
Hooking. Look at that.
Returns to the court.
Oh, yeah. Well, a couple of times. I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't call that on the playground, but
I mean, no blood, no foul on the playground.
France will take anything they can get at this stage.
Yeah, they will.
And Tetuan drives in. Look at Laura Nicholls. Just had her hands straight up. Cook is going to inbound with 10 on the shot clock. She gets it to Marielle Amont, and Amont turns, and a foul called on Nicholls. Well, you can throw some contact with. Well, she got it on the knee?
No, I think Nicholls got an elbow to...
Oh, did she get it to the midsection?
Yeah.
Substitution Spain.
I'm not surprised she needs to breather after that one.
And what about Laura Gill? She's perfect for the game when it gets a bit scrappy.
She is, you know, she knows how to set screens, she knows how to rebound. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Boy, I mean, the well is running dry right now. I'm surprised we haven't seen Johannes come into the game. Well, she is in the game.
She is, but I'm surprised Celine Numeric.
And Celine as well. Cruz puts it up.
I mean, they've got lucky because in the last, I would say, minute and a half, or at least 3-4 transitions by Spain, they haven't scored. But since the beginning of this half, we haven't seen one good shot attempt other than Chachon, sorry, early.
This is what they've got to do. They've got to let Johannes create. Okay, she's going to put up the jumper.
And that's a good job by Spain. One shot, and, you know, they're running.
Celine Demerck is going to come in now. And Laura Gill, and you've got to know who you're fouling. And Mariella Monk, I mean, Laura Gill is...
Look at this. You think she's going to make this layup before the foul? I don't think so. It was kind of a left-handed hook shot, and she was almost parallel to the backboard, so she wasn't even going to get guidance from the backboard.
Garnia is just like switching her players, looking for something that works. Charteroux is coming in.
It starts with defense, and we haven't seen that yet in 5 minutes of this second half.
And that hurts that Gill now has made both free throws. So the lead is 15.
Followed by player number 15, Ana Cruz. First person to foul.
So the foul on Cruz means get inbounded. France just need to see the ball go in the basket right now.
Yeah, they do.
Get to Chachon inside and surrounded. She gets it, and they get up just in time before 3-second violation. And Meehan misses the shot. Jorgai, and 5 on the shot clock. So timeout, and France have scored just 2 points in the first 5.5 minutes of this second half. And their offense is just ground to a halt.
It has, you know, they're 13 of 38, and at halftime they were 12 of 31. So, you know, you can't go 1 for 7 and expect to stay in contention with a strong Spanish team. You know, they already have 3 turnovers. I mean, they have to figure something out, and it has to. This game isn't by any means out of reach. Let's not put that in people's minds, but they do have to start making stops defensively and then putting the ball in the basket.
No question about it. So interesting how I mean, there was a very good flow in the first half for France, at least early on, and she's got Charteroux. Mente is now in the game, as well as Meehan, Johannes, and Demerck. The problem is if you try to press Spain, that's when they can really start to hurt you. So I don't know if they would go to that, but the shot clock about to wind down. And Johannes gets it to Mente. Oh, wow, that's the matchup that I was hoping to see before the EuroBasket. Johannes and Palau, the new kid on the block, so to speak. And the Italian kid. And Johannes. Well, Spain already committed 5 fouls, so she goes to the free throw line.
And this is a good way for France to get back into the game, if you think about it.
Well, she's missed the first one. You know, it's interesting that the last 2 years, Spain haven't had Sancho Little. They didn't have her in 2015 when they played France and they lost. She's back now. That makes a big difference. Cruz, meanwhile, just goes down and hits a jump shot.
How smooth is her jump shot?
Look at this. Trying to push quickly, trying to get something. You know, this is Cruz's best game. She's sitting down now. She hasn't had a great EuroBasket, in all honesty. And she goes to the bench with 8 points. Little has 10. Torrance has 14. Torrance back in the game. Meehan right at the edge of the free throw line, and finally France gets something to go and cut the deficit back to 14 points. Mente guarding Torrance, and Torrance trying to force it in there. It's going to be 9 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, they find Lauder-Gill, and it just goes from bad to worse. Inbounding the ball for a layup.
Second personal foul.
Back to 15 points, and Lauder-Gill. She's done the business tonight, hasn't she, coming off the bench? Misses that one. Dumeric goes behind the back, gets it to Meehan at the line. And the ball batted over to Zargai.
And, you know, I think they need more people offensive crashing. You saw Mente going up, but I think Tartaru needed to be there for sort of the tip that Mente, you know, gave her.
Not a bad gamble there from Dumeric. Got to try to get something. Torrance pulls up. Oh, short range, nails it. Spain looking imperious right now. Determined to send Laia Palau off into the next stage of her life with the European title, much like they did with Amaya Valdemar and Elisa Aguilar back in 2013.
Yeah, and now, you know, I imagine Spain to use the clock a little bit, and France needs to take some risk here.
And the little, and Johannes had no other option but to foul.
Second personal foul for player number 17, Marin Johannes. 2 free throws.
That's time to celebrate for Spain yet, but I'll tell you what, it's not for all. Because they are in command right now. Sancho Little. Oh, she misses that one. Chachuan's going to come back in. She's got 9 points. She's actually leading France on scoring. She's going to come in for Mente. Haven't even seen Chateauroux spot up to shoot a 3 yet. We know that she can.
Back to the game, number 93, Deandra Chachuan.
But I mean, give credit to Spain's D. Maybe she hasn't felt comfortable putting up a 3.
Well, we saw how Spain just absolutely smothered Belgium. Didn't give them a chance. And what was Johannes doing?
I mean, even if she thought she was fouled, you're not going to get that call because you're not even going up near the basket.
Quick pass, good hands, Dumeric. Now, maybe something in transition for Spain. Johannes back to Dumeric. Charterou's going to take it. Go! There you go. Why not? I mean, we've seen her hit the 3. Spain, or France, were patient. They got it to Charteroux, the 18-year-old. Torrance. She goes right back in and draws the foul.
First personal foul by number 5, Indonesia. 2 free throws for
Again, look at this. Just 18 years of age, Charteroux.
Before the free throws,
This is Torrance driving in. Not too much Wrong by the French defense there. They're being called for the foul. France maybe can get down to 10 points here. But the problem is they just haven't been able to score. Getting down to 10 before the end of the quarter.
And that was my biggest concern for France going into this game. Can they score? And can they score at the pace that Spain can score? And, you know, we saw them hanging in there a little bit the end of 10 minutes, you know, halfway through the second quarter, and then Spain just started to pull away.
Into Nian, little jump hook. Oh, that's better. Now back to 14 points, the deficit. So they're making a little bit of progress. Steady. Little. Oh, takes a tough shot and hits it.
Like Palau says, I'm going to go out with a bang. I mean, you wouldn't even consider her a shooter, and she just made an incredibly tough shot over a very good defense. I mean, Celine didn't give up any distance.
Yeah, you feel bad for France in that one. Dumert is unable to reply. And now Spain have it for the last shot. And they give it to Cruz, who, well, you know what she can do in the final seconds. Nope, they rotate it to Palau for three. Lauda Gil, and they don't get it off in time. So the third quarter was all Spain. They lead it by 16 points. It's not quite the classic that we expected. And France are going to have to dig into their magic bag of tricks to come up with something, because right now everything that Spain is doing is working.
Intermission, G-Box with Russell Coverman. It's
So, you know, we have 10 minutes left in this game, and like you said, France has to look into their bag of tricks and pull out something, because it's do or die time. And I don't think this French team is going to just hang their heads and say, all right, we've given up. You know, not if Celine Numeric is on the floor. So they need to start knocking down some shots, and they need to start, you know, if they can get it to about 10-8 points at the 5-minute mark, they're giving themselves a chance.
Well, fourth quarter action underway, and
I mean, that's a good start.
That is a good start. Plow moves in, and it goes. And the drive, and another one, and it's Cruz. Now, Cruz has it again. She's in the open floor. Air ball for Gill. And another chance. And 16 points is the deficit. Possibly more of an opportunity with John Nicholls, although she's very good in this tournament.
And you know, you want to see Celine go off because we know, and we've seen it many times before, she can carry this team. But I don't think this is a bad change by Valerie Garnier. Maybe Popa can get up, cause some turnovers on the defensive end. She's not a big scorer, but she can push the ball, that's for sure, because she's fast.
Siak.
I mean, that's Spain saying, go ahead, shoot that.
Yeah, exactly. And she walked right into it. So Spain looking good best to get back to the top of the podium right now. Sancha Little gets inside and puts it up. And just underlining really how good they've been. Listen, they've won one European title back in 2013. So they're hungry for another one. They feel like that with as good as they've been over the years, they deserve to be at that top of the podium again. And they're awfully close to doing so. France, they haven't been at the top of the podium since 2009. They've been there or thereabouts ever since.
They have. They've had some type of a medal around their neck at every EuroBasket since 2009.
I mean, this will be their third successive runners-up finish if they can't come back and win it. And Marielle Mont has it. They've got such great size. You know, Spain's quickness and the ability to run, the way they move. Here we go, Apupa drives in, puts it up, and scores. Spain slow getting up there, asking for some moisture to be. I don't think Spain is 16 points better than France.
Spain needs to dig down right now. They need a stop desperately.
France do, yeah.
Oh, sorry, France do.
Torrens gets in line, goes behind the back, and Tetuan gets her hand on it, and Nicholls pushes off, call for the foul. Good spot by the ref. That stops the clock.
And France is okay if they stop the clock. You know.
Absolutely. 2 fouls on Spain. So they're a long way away from the bonus at this stage.
And look at this. I mean, France can't even inbound the ball. Guys, what are you doing? How about your teammate?
And now the field, look at this.
Yeah. So there's 3 defenders for 2 offensive people. Maybe someone else needs to come.
So they're going to let Tetuan bring it up.
A good job by Spain because you've already taken 14 seconds off the shot clock.
Michelle puts up a little short one, and that's good. Well, gets it back to 14. Now Spain try to drive in another dagger, or will France get another stop? Chargai. Over to Torrens, shot clock winding down. Oh, she just goes right around. Oh! If she'd made that, that would have been one of the plays of the game. Sarah Michelle came right out on her, and Torrens just went around, went right behind her back. And more, I've got a pretty good idea who's going to be named MVP of this EuroBasket. Unless we see something dramatically happen. Torrens already with 17 points.
And you know, let's talk about Torrens a little bit. She's at the free throw line now. She's averaged 17 points in this tournament. She's averaged 7 rebounds, 3.6 assists. She's shooting 46% overall, 42 from 2-point and 56.5 from 3-point line. So, I mean, she's only shooting 61% from the free throw line. Maybe they need to foul her a little bit more often.
Well, Koopa, she got down the court quickly, but then just lost it, fumbled it away, trying to make a play. And
might have been a little too fast for her hands.
Yeah, absolutely. So Palau. Jarguy at the edge of the line, and Spain just turned the screw. 17 points advantage.
Please welcome next to the generation from Poland.
And really, they're making it look easy.
They are.
To be honest.
You know, you think France plays good defense, and then all of a sudden there's someone open and someone who makes a great shot. And this is what I mean. They're a threat from every position on the floor. And it's true, France does play decent defense. But Spain's offense is just more powerful right now.
Spain are just so difficult. You look at their three-point shooting, their two-point shooting. Man, they've got slashers. They've got players that spot up on the wings. The rebounding, 33 to 25. They've got players that, I mean, they get into transition. They weren't really getting into transition much early, but you've seen Torrens, and there's Torrens kind of in the half court. She can pull up and shoot.
We've seen her literally score from everywhere on the court, as far as slashing to the hoop, making a nice move, layup. Look at that, 18 points, 5 of 8 shooting. We've seen her go to a pull-up. We've seen her knock down threes. We've seen her make free throws. There's not much more you can get out of your best player.
Well, I saw Spanish Basketball Federation Jorge Barbosa walking around. I know he's going to have a big smile on his face if this score remains. Sara Michelle drives in. Sancho Little collects the rebound. Garnier trying to get anything she can, appealing for a foul. Oh, passed a little wide open. It's just they're like running circles around France right now. Literally.
Literally.
Now Sara Michelle gets in and turns it over. Look at this. Dominguez
She just kind of threw that up knowing that she was going to be there, you know?
So with 5:12 remaining, the French hopes well and truly fading here against Spain, the team you'd have to call the powerhouse. Look at this, the hustle. And Sara Michelle now called for a push on Anna Cruz.
I mean, why not? I don't think she meant to push her, but France need to be aggressive. They need to get up. They need to get something going. You know, I can't imagine Celine Dumeric not going out fighting, and I can't imagine her telling her teammates to ever give up. So there's still 5 minutes left. You know, maybe they can make it interesting in these next 5 minutes.
But Johannes back in the game for France. We saw Belgium blow out Greece in the battle for third place. Merrick reaches in and ties up Dominguez, and it goes back over to France. He actually is coming back in for Yayi. Well, we haven't seen Leticia Romero. We haven't seen Leo Rodriguez. We haven't seen Sanchez.
Maria Conde.
Maria Conde. We've seen 8 players for Spain.
And we've seen 12 for France. And, you know, some people have criticized maybe Valerie Garnier for going so deep, but they didn't have a lot going on offense, so I understand her going to her bench and seeing if they could bring anything.
Well, Garnier's first tournament as coach was the World Championship, wasn't it? The FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup in 2014.
Yep.
And
I think they had an 8th place finish there.
Yeah, they didn't have their best team there. I mean, they were missing, well, I mean, at the time they were missing some players. But they've made it to the Olympics. Made it to the final of this tournament 2 years ago. And, you know, they've gotten to the final here today, but last time it was Serbia that stood in their way. They actually beat France, albeit without Sancho Little. That was in the semifinals of the EuroBasket Women 2015. Sancho Little blocked and fouled by Nian. But if you think about what Spain had done, 2012 Olympics.
Second personal foul by number 5.
They didn't play, but 2013
they came back.
European title.
Yeah.
2014 they got to the final, lost to the USA. 2015 third place at the EuroBasket Women. Last year runners up. They got to the final of the Olympics. Now closing in what appears to be on another European title. I mean, this is a string of dominance that you can just only admire. Knowing how tough European basketball is traditionally, this has been a tournament of upsets, but think about it. Russia didn't even get out of the group phase. The defending champs, Serbia, didn't get out of the group phase.
The bronze medalists from Rio didn't get
make it to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, the Serbians.
So, you know, but Spain have been able to maintain their high level of play. I mean, no matter what the competition, they're always there or thereabouts.
Yep, I think since 2011, I think they learned a very valuable lesson.
Oh,
Let's
look
put
at
it
that
way.
Mazy run. Yep, you're right. In Poland, it didn't work, didn't make it, didn't get to the quarterfinals. That was at the EuroBasket. And missed out on the 2012 Olympics. Look at Sancho Little. You can't tell me she's not playing next year at the World Cup.
I mean, I think she's trying to say, hey, I could be MVP also, guys.
3:20 remaining. It's an exclamation mark, really. You know how people will write something, they'll put a sentence and they'll put not just one exclamation mark, but like several. That's what Spain are doing right now on how good they've been for the past several years. I mean, it's just, there's no signs of slowing down. And Johannes misses.
Yeah, I mean, you know, nothing is going for France right now, and they're a talented team. They have people who can score, but they did not find their rhythm today, that's for sure.
Where's Nicholls throwing that? .245 remaining. I wonder if they might put Palau back on one last time so she could hear the applause.
I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Mondello does that. You know, everyone knows she's retiring, and there's a lot of fans, Spanish fans, basketball fans here in the arena. So they might let her go out in style.
Most capped player in Spanish women's basketball history. Anna Cruz takes it up to 71-48. I don't think anybody saw such a comprehensive victory coming for Spain. I'm sorry, you're talking about a French team that made it to the semifinals last year in Rio de Janeiro. and they have just been run out of the gym once again by Spain here in the Czech Republic.
I mean, it just shows you how good Spain is. And the best part is we've covered, look at this, 24 points, 26 points for France. So that's not bad. So really it's been their outside shooting that's hurt them. But we've seen every game of Spain.
14 points from turnovers, Spain.
Did they ever kick it up a level tonight? Sorry. I mean, this is a different Spanish team. And we said that in the semifinals. Oh, this is a different Spanish team than we've seen in their earlier play. We also said it in the quarterfinals. Oh, this isn't the same Spanish team we saw in group play. So throughout this tournament, you know, I really think the best thing that could have happened to Spain was that loss to the Czech Republic in the last game of group play.
Absolutely. They didn't set out to lose it. I mean, you could see how disappointed they were. Now, Laya Palau back on the court and quite clearly hearing the applause from the Spanish fans. And then I think probably when there's a dead ball, she might come back out. I'm guessing. Yeah, they're going to get Leo Rodriguez.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Celine Numeric come out also, so she can get her round of applause, and maybe Gael Scarella as well.
So Numeric gets in. She's played a lot of games. I mean, the bottom line is you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. Remember, she was outstanding at the 2012 Olympics.
She was European athlete, or she was FIBA Europe Women's Player of the Year that year after that performance. She was Female Athlete of the Year in France after that performance. She has changed women's basketball in France. Like, let's not forget what she has done for women's sports, women's basketball in France. She's taken it to another level. She's made it more visible. And the same can be said for Laya Palau. That's the crazy thing. I mean, we really are watching two legends.
Look at that. Oh, Leo Rodriguez couldn't finish. And Johannes just hasn't really been quite up to it today. And Sanchez ended the game for Spain. Romero now is going to come into the game for Spain. And might they take out Palau? Here it is. And she is, nope, it's going to be Torrance. So Palau's going to stay out there. Probably the MVP. I'd be awfully surprised if she's not.
You know, so would I. And those tuning in, you know, I rhymed off her stats, and 17 plus points, 7 rebounds. She's got assists. She has just done it all for them every game in this tournament.
Mondelo's going to bring somebody else in. Who's it going to be? Surely he's going to get out Palau. Numeric. Surely Garnier needs to get Numeric out.
Maybe they don't do that anymore. They don't get their standing ovation. I'm not sure.
Palau for three. And Palau gets it in her hands, hands it off to Conde. Petit Romero. Rodriguez. And Conde gets blocked by Mia. France aren't going to get scored on by these the players doing mop-up duty, really, are they?
And you see the bench, the Spanish bench and the Spanish fans knowing that that's it. They're going to have a gold medal to go home with. But Celine's not giving up.
And Celine Numeric gets it back to 71-53. Is that going to be the last basket she scores for France? Probably. It looks like they're going to leave them both on the court. I guess we were both wrong. See the hugs and the kisses over there on the Spain bench. Another investment pays off all their time and energy this summer. They think about it all year with their club sides. They know that through good times and through bad, they're going to join up with Spain, and that's where they all come together. And they just keep that zest, don't they, going for the national team, both the women and the men. And that was the last shot from there, probably. So 71-55. And that'll be it, folks. Looks like Spain are going to call off the dogs. So Laia Palau goes up to Dumeric, and look at this. They are the European champions once again, Spain. They've gone to mid-court, and it's disappointment for France. Did a great job getting to the final, but if you're going to win the final and beat a team like Spain, you got to play much better. Spain, thumbs up for that performance.
Yeah, I mean, you have to bring your A game, your A++ game to beat Spain, because they are an incredibly talented, dangerous team because they have so much scoring ability. And you know, we talk about scoring. Look, they kept France to 55 points. I know France isn't a high-scoring team, but I mean, they caused so many turnovers during this tournament that have led to fast breaks, transition baskets, and everything. So congratulations, Spain. You know, and you kind of wanted both Laia Palau and Celine Dumeric to go out on a high, but unfortunately only one person can. I mean, can we call them legends now?
Yeah, we can call them legends. No doubt about it.
We can call them legends now? They are legends. They are legends in women's basketball around the world, not only in Europe. And the French fans, the Spanish fans, the basketball fans are really going to miss watching these two players. And don't forget about Gael Skrella. This is her last ever basketball game. Who knows what Sancho Little's going to do? I think a lot of people are going to try and convince her to come back.
Well, talking about Palau, I mean, you know, she was perhaps played in the shadow for many years of Maya Valdemoro. And then there was so much made of Valdemoro and Elisa Aguilar, excuse me, when they stopped playing in 2013. As you look at the final stats here, but boy, she's done something amazing. I mean, she's played in so many games, the most capped player, so many medals. Look at that.
40 to 27 in rebounds. 16, 15 turnovers, that's not bad. I mean, France had 24 turnovers the other night, so that's, you know, they cleaned that up.
19.
Sancho Little. It's a pretty dominating game. And she also had 4 steals to go along with her points and her rebounds. Wow, they're going to want her to come back. You know, you talk about Little with 19 points and Torrance has 18. I thought Cruz came off the bench and played exceptionally well for them as well.
Yeah, Cruz, that was her best game today. I mean, she really lowered the boom. And what do you say when you're France? You know that you played at the Olympics, you made it to the semis, you got the silver medal in 2012. You come out and you put out a performance like that. And, you know, I mean, what is it? Is it their style of play? It's not suited to go up against Spain? Is it just not their night? They haven't shot the ball well? It's, you know, where do you go from here?
Well, you know, you're going to be at the World Cup next year. You're not going to have Celine Dumeric. They're going to need another leader. Someone's going to need to step up, and I don't know. You know, I think they are slowly trying to change their style of play, meaning I think they're trying to play faster, get more points up on the board, and maybe we'll see that with Dumeric retiring a little bit more. I don't know. you know, I think they missed Sandrine Gruda. I think they missed Yakubu, but she's done. She's retired.
Yeah, Yakubu's retired.
It's hard to say.
The potential's there. Is it, you know, is that do they need to change their approach? I mean, should we even be talking about this? Because they're right there. I mean, they made it to this game. Have they just had one bad game? I don't know. I mean, they've made it to 3 consecutive EuroBasket Women finals. But they were decisively beaten. And the style of play of Spain has seen them now get to the final of the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup in 2014, the final of the Olympics last year, and now win a European title. I mean, they are clearly right now, you know, #1 in Europe. No question. Serbia,
No question.
Serbia didn't, you know, they're now moving on. They've got a new coach. They've got, you know, a couple players now out of the mix. You know, just got to salute Spain. You got to say enhorabuena.
You know, what do? You can't say they're not good and they're not talented because they have a silver medal from the toughest region in the world when it comes to women's basketball. So that means something, but how do they beat Spain? Because I can't see Spain really dropping off anytime soon.
Look at Spain. They've got a bunch of greyhounds. They like to get out and run. They like to get out and put pressure on you. They don't stifle the individual creativity of a player like Torrens. They let her run wild. And when they shoot the ball well, they're very difficult. You know, in the old days, you would think they're not going to be able to rebound, and that's where they really struggle against the USA. I don't think they can compete with them on the boards traditionally. I mean, clearly. They still haven't bridged that gap, and when Sancho Little goes, you know, that's not going to get any better for them. But in Europe, they're able to cope with everybody, really. Sancho Little, if she doesn't play next year, well, that's probably not going to be a problem for Spain because they'll bring back
Astu Endor.
Yeah, Astu Endor, who played at the last EuroBasket. And, you know, she's getting better, but they've got options. So that's the trophy, and it'll be raised once again by Spain. So we're going to hang around here for the awards presentations. France, they're going to get to the podium. Disappointment. It's interesting to see what they have to say. I mean, what do you do? I mean, it's always the team that wins the bronze or 3rd place is always happier than the team that gets the silver. It's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I said earlier today. You know, I said only 4 teams are going to go out with a win on the last day.
Look at those poor French fans. They're tired of finishing 2nd best. 3 times in a row at the EuroBasket's women. Twice to Spain, once to Serbia. Okay, so Belgium have come out now, and they are being recognized. They'll go up to the podium to get their bronze medals. I'm sure they ever envisioned this happening. I mean, this is a team that hadn't been in the EuroBasket for a long time, 10 years.
So needless to say, they have had a very successful EuroBasket. And you know, like you mentioned during that game, it'll be interesting to see how they do against the best of the best at the World Cup next year.
You can see the French coming out there. I mean, Celine Demeric, she's ready to move on, I think, already. You can tell. She knows that she's had her time in the sun. I suppose she'll look back and say 2009, the trophy they won in Latvia, and also the silver medal at the Olympics in 2012. So all the teams take their positions, and now Spain will get to the top position on the podium. And we'll also recognize the All-Star 5. We'll get the MVP award. What a way to go out for Laya Palau.
I mean,
and it may be for Sancho Little.
Yeah.
Let's not forget how important she's been.
What a way to cap your career. You know, this tournament alone, she became the most capped player for Spain. She's going out with a gold medal. She has a silver from last year's Rio Olympics. Not a bad way to end your career, that's for sure.
Spanish fans, Nicholls fans. Probably got some family members there. So Miss Lena Wallen Kansi, the FIBA Europe board member and FIBA executive committee member, and Mr. Jean-Pierre Switat, FIBA Europe board member and FIBA Central board member. They are naming the All-Star 5, and the first one is going to be presenting Tissot watches. Avina Malti of Greece. What a comeback. She didn't have her way really the last 2 days of today, but overall this tournament reminded us of how spectacular she has been. All the Torrens of Spain, well, you know what she's been doing. Cecilia Zandalicini. I mean, she may have been the best player in the tournament.
How many times did we say her name?
Under 20 European Championship MVP last year. That'll soften the blow of Italy's exit. Emma Messerman of Belgium. She makes the All-Star 5. And Indy Miam of France also. So that completes the All-Star 5. You know what? There's never a perfect All-Star 5 because you always get like two or three players you say, oh, maybe this guy could have made it. But I think Zandalicini, without question, Torrens and Messerman were 100% dead certainties. And that's not taking anything away from Miam or Maltzy. So there they are.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
So there it is, the All-Star 5. Avina Maltzy, Alba Torrens, Cecilia Zandalicini of Italy, and Messerman, rather, of Belgium, and Indy Miam of France. Avina Maltzy, of course, of Greece, and Alba Torrens of champion Spain. So Kamil Novak is going to present the MVP award. He is the FIBA Executive Director Europe. I think he knows this part of the world, don't you? Comes from these parts. Mr. Novak. So who's it going to be? I think I know. Alba Torrens. EuroBasket Women MVP. She's been MVPs before in her life. I dare say this is probably the biggest award that she's won, and I think without question the most important, because I think it really underlines how good she is, and she played fantastic. Absolutely.
She did, and you know, she played sparingly this year in Europe, so you didn't, I mean, she had a wonderful Olympics too, let's not forget. But she didn't play a ton this year for Ekaterinburg.
Yeah, what's
and
going on
maybe
there?
she's trying to say, hey guys, don't leave me on the bench too long.
Team Belgium!
So the bronze medals are fittingly going to be awarded by Mr. Cyril Koemans of Belgium, the FIBA Europe Vice President and FIBA Central Board Member, and Mr. Miroslava Jansta, the President of the Czech Basketball Federation. So look at that. Sophie Hendricks, honor of a lifetime, no doubt. Lenskens. And Mestag. Delaire as well. Marjorie Carperu. Emma Messerman. You know all about her. Anna Valters. Hannah Mestag, Geldof, Noas, and Rudy Van Loo, Roman, and Coach Mestag as well. Mr. Koemans is savoring his moment with every one of his compatriots here. This is like a gold for this team. I'll tell you that right now. It really is. Doing their bit to put basketball on the map in Belgium. Men's team will play at the EuroBasket, FIBA EuroBasket 2017 in Istanbul. That'll be later this summer. Carpio, it's difficult to know. It's strange looking at Carpio without the basketball in her hands and not doing a behind-the-back pass. Ken Mestag was huge in the quarterfinal win.
Yeah, today.
And she was good today as well, yeah. I dare say they will go home extremely happy. So Team France, and we talked about it, it's an oddity, and you hope that on the one hand, you want them to be happy for what they've achieved, but on the other hand, you want them to be mad because they want to challenge Spain. It's tough to settle for second best or third best, especially because they've been here so many times and they finished second best. The last time winning it was back in 2009. So, Ms. Carmen Tokala, FIBA Europe board member and president of the FIBA Europe Women's Commission, and Mr. Zednik Fink, the mayor of Hradec Králové. Celine Dumerc has hers. Epupa, Mia, Siak is going to get hers now. Look at Dumerc. I don't know how she would have wanted to go out. She wanted the gold, but she'll take the silver.
Number 16, Hadinia.
Sarah Michelle, Ayayi, Skrela.
Marine Johannes. Number 18, Alexia Sharkaro.
Minte, Johannes will come next.
And number 9,
Sharkaro, Amont, and Chachuan.
and the head coach,
And Valerie Garnier. I mean, under Valerie Garnier, they've been there or thereabouts, challenging for medals. I'm guessing she'll still be in charge next year when they go to the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. We shall see. Mr. Turgay Demirel, the FIBA Europe president, and Mr. Stanislav Stek, the Minister of Education, Youth, and Sports of the Czech Republic, are going to be handing out the gold medals in just a second. Just wanted to get that out there. They've got a lot of coaches to be handing medals out to over on the French bench. There you go. And physios. Now Spain are going to step up to the podium.
The EuroBasket Women 2017 champions. And the gold medal winning team is
Isa Sanchez shouting "Vamos!" Let's go. And there they are. You know, Spain had to go through the FIBA Women's Olympic qualifying tournament last year to make it to the Olympics. It was only Serbia who qualified directly, so both Spain and France had to do that in Nantes. So here's Mr. Demirel from Turkey, and he has the privilege of putting the medal around Laya Palal's neck. Nicholls gets hers, Sylvia Dominguez.
number 7.
Alba Torrens.
Number 10, Marta
Marta Jargai. She might have been knocking on the door of selection to the All-Star 5. Marta Jargai. She wasn't too far off. Leo Rodriguez, Sancho Little, you could say probably the same thing. She was maybe close.
Yeah, like you said, you know, I think Messman,
And Cruz.
Zanlucini, Torrens were sort of a given, and then you don't want to say it was a cough-up because Endimium and Maltzy were very deserving, but I do think it could have gone in a different direction as well.
So Leticia Romero, Maria Conde, Laura Gil, and Leo Sanchez. Get there's Lucas Mondello. He'll have a different Julio Iglesias song tonight in the press conference. Maybe he'll sing an entire album. Got the whole Spanish staff up there, including assistant coaches Victor La Peña and Isabel Sanchez. Look at Laya Palau. So, all-time most capped player in Spanish Basketball Federation history. There on the end. And it's because of players like her that other players want to come up to the youth ranks to play. Much like in Canada, how they looked up to you and wanted to follow in your footsteps, Shona.
I mean, I like to think so.
Marta Jargai, who takes over the leadership mantle on this team now? I guess you have to say Torrens. She's been in that team for a while.
Nicholls, Cruz, I think can step into that role. Same, you know, who takes over for France.
That's right, no more. So we're going to hear the Spanish national anthem. Her last duty, at least here on the court for Spain.
I don't think it'll be her last duty
trophy.
as part of the Spanish Federation, though.
Olympian 2004, 2008, 2016, and played all those FIBA Women's Basketball World Cups, EuroBaskets, and she's going to lift it. Here we go. And that's it. They were not, I mean, there was nobody really close. After the Czech Republic, it was the wake-up call.
You wonder if they hadn't lost that game to the Czech Republic, if they maybe would have struggled in the quarters or the semis. I don't know.
I think it helped them. I'm not sure it would have derailed them.
Yeah.
But I think what's great about Spain is their style of play. I mean, you have to say it's the type of play that you want to watch. It's fast. It's exciting.
It is. It's exciting, and that is because, trust me, they have people who can score at every position. I mean, that's what you saw tonight. France, you know, if they shut down the first option, Spain just went to the second, third, fourth, fifth option on the floor.
So now Jorge Garbajosa, the world champion of Spain in 2006. Former star Benetton Treviso and Unicaja Malaga, Real Madrid, Toronto Raptors. He's come out now, Spanish Basketball Federation president, to celebrate. And the Spanish fans are going to have something to sing for the rest of the night.
We might be hearing that in the streets of Prague, to be honest.
He's probably saying, let's put some Julio Iglesias on the loudspeaker right now. So watch this team as they prepare to host the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. I'm guessing they won't pull what happened to the men's team back in 2014 and go out in the quarterfinal stages. You never know. They won't take anything for granted. It's a big opportunity for them to showcase themselves in front of their own people. And I think the whole country is going to be excited about having them. I'm sure Laia Palau will be on hand in some type of ambassadorial role. So any closing thoughts, Shona, that you can share publicly anyway?
No, you know, this has been an amazing experience for myself. I've always watched the EuroBasket, followed live, but I've never been here in person. And this is women's basketball at its best. So,
well, thanks. It's been great working with you. Thanks for watching, everybody.